An update that's coming to the fore from ISRO. Remember, we're just 3 days away from when India launches Aditya L1, the next mission for ISRO right after the success of Chandrayaan-3. An update coming to the fore from the Indian Space Research Organization on the Aditya L1 mission. The preparations are on in full swing. The launch is progressing as on track. The launch rehearsal vehicle, the internal checks are all complete. That's the latest that ISRO has come out and confirmed. They've been putting these updates on social media. Every single time there is an update to share. We had some pictures that were released this morning as well. Harish Upadhyay, my colleague, joining us, getting us the latest on this. Harish, a little less than 72 hours to go before that launch that happens. After the moon, we're ready to look the sun in the eye.
Absolutely. The launch vehicle, PSLV, has been checked. The launch rehearsal, which is part of every launch, which is almost a SOP of sorts, that has been done. You can see in these photos, the launch vehicle has reached the launch pad. This is at Sriharikota. So all checks completed now. Just fingers crossed. And ISRO would be hoping that in somewhere around 120 days, starting from this Saturday, they would be able to place this payload in the L1 point that would further study multiple aspects of Sun, 7 payloads to be precise. They will look at the photosphere, the chromosphere, and the outermost layer of Sun. And why is it significant? Because this is the first time that ISRO would be studying Sun, not from planet Earth, but from the outer orbit. And that's why ISRO is excited. The scientific community is excited.
Absolutely. 1.5 million kilometers away from Earth is where that L1 point is, where we are going to be having this mission of ours there in a parking lot, so to say, looking at the sun, trying to look at what more can be discovered. Now, this is not the first time we've had these solar missions. First time for India, but not first time for the world. NASA, the ESA, Harish, has also put forth many of these missions, some successful, some not. What exactly are the objectives for ISRO's mission?
Well, as you rightly pointed out, the first one for the country, the main objective, or rather why this point has been chosen by ISRO, is to ensure that they can continuously study Sun, whether it's the photosphere, the chromosphere, or the outermost layer of Sun. And the advantage of placing it at L1 is that it gives a continuous view of the Sun, where it can study Sun without any sort of a disturbance in terms of eclipse or any other solar event. One. Second, apart from looking at the Sun, one of the payload part of this 7 payloads will also look at or study where the L1 point is and the aspects there. So ISRO ensuring that all these payloads are utilized to the maximum possible extent.
Right, now it's going to take about 4 months, like you pointed out, Harish, for this to actually reach the L1, the Lagrange point, from where the study is going to begin. But what exactly is the time frame as far as the life of the mission as a whole is concerned, if you have any details on that?
Well, ISRO is saying that this mission would go on for a few months post the payloads reach L1 point. But one aspect that we'll have to point out here is that whether it's Chandrayaan or the Mars Orbiter mission, we've seen ISRO successfully ensuring that the payloads or even the whole mission itself goes beyond what it has been designed for. So ISRO hoping even in this case, this goes on to give vital data for the months and years to come.
Absolutely. There are several reasons why ISRO is undertaking this mission, quite historic, right after, on the back of the success of Chandrayaan-3. Remember when you had spoken, Harish, to the chairman of ISRO right after the success of Chandrayaan-3, he had said that we're all ready, only the date has to be decided. That date has now come out. 2nd of September, 11:50 a.m. is when we are going to be seeing this launch from Sriharikota. You perhaps are going to be there to witness it as well. But are we expecting any dignitaries, like perhaps the Prime Minister, to also be in attendance on that day?
Well, perhaps looking at the schedule that the Prime Minister has, it's unlikely the Prime Minister would be at Sriharikota, but the top brass of ISRO likely to be there during Chandrayaan. We had MOS PM also being there. We'll have to see if he would be there this weekend for the launch. Perhaps for ISRO, there would be 2 crucial points. One is putting this in the lower Earth orbit and then ensuring it reaches the L1 point. Perhaps once it reaches the L1 point is when perhaps ISRO would have a major announcement on the findings, just like we've seen with Chandrayaan. And if indeed ISRO goes on to discover more aspects which haven't come out in the solar probe that has been carried out by both NASA and the European Space Agency. That would be something that would involve the top brass of the government as well in terms of the announcement.